بیشتر با ایشون آشنا بشین. این جوان بسیار برازنده تحصیلات خودش رو در هاروارد و یوسی برکلی انجام داده و مدت 4 سال هست که در کنار یکی از سناتورهای خوب این ایالت با فرانک پاولی داره کار میکنه و کمک بسیار زیادی در خیلی از مسائل انوایرمنتال کرده. سعی میکنه کمک کنه تا بتونه محیط رو پاکیزه کنه از آلودگی ها، کمک کنه که معلم های بیشتری رو در این ایالت به کار بگمارند. میدونیم که از نظر فرص معلم ما کم هستیم، احتیاج داریم به تعداد بیشتری از اونها. در پاکسازی آب کمک کرده. میدونید که چند وقت پیش در منطقه پورتو رنچ مشکلی داشتیم با سادرن کالیفرنیا گاز کمپانی که ایشون کمک بسیار زیادی کرده برای مسئله‌ای که اونجا پیش آمده. تعداد زیادی از هموطنان ما در اون منطقه زندگی میکنن و کمک‌های بی‌شایبه آقای استرن خیلی بهشون تونسته کمک بکنه. در نتیجه شاید زمان اون رسیده که افراد جوان و پر انرژی و آگاه رو وارد کار سیاسی بکنیم و از اونا بخوایم که سیاست آینده این مملکت رو به دست بگیرن. به امید اینکه جوانهای ما هم که در اینجا به دنیا آمدن، بزرگ شدن و دارن رشد و نمو پیدا میکنن، بیان و به جمع سیاستمداران بپیوندن. اما مهمتر از همه اینه که ما بتونیم از بین اونها دوستدارانی برای خودمون داشته باشیم که این جوان بسیار خوب و پرکار که یک وکیل بسیار با سابقه و خوب در مدت زمانی که به هر حال داره فعالیت میکنه بتونه به سنا راه پیدا بکنه. ایشون داره برای کالیفرنیا استیت سنت داره ران میکنه و به عنوان سناتور ایالت کالیفرنیا میخواد ران بکنه و باید بریم فردا به او رأی بدیم و بخوایم که بتونه کار خودش رو به اون خوبی که باید شاید ادامه بده. از خودش هم خواهم خواست که بیاد اینجا و با ما مقداری صحبت بکنه. All together, first of all, Jana.
You want to say it in English?
Yes, of course. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. Yes, of course. Well, he knows about himself and the rest of the people who are helping his campaign, but what we are trying to say is for the young Persian generation who are trying to watch our television and get to know him better. I'm so happy to have you here, first of all, Mrs. Stern. And it is great to hear that you like Persian community, Persian food. You just mentioned about Tadiq, and I've heard that you are a good friend of Sadaf restaurant and another one, and Shamshiri and Sadaf restaurant. These are the places that he likes to go. It's great to see a young gentleman who was raised perhaps with most of our kids in school, and they went to Harvard and Berkeley together. I'm sure that you have several Persian friends of it. Yes. He became an attorney and environmental attorney, which we needed these days a lot, especially in the state of California, which we are trying to make a good environment for ourselves, for our kids, for our future. And he has been working closely with Senator Frank Pavley, and thank God that you are working so hard on trying to clean up the mess with what happened with Southern California gas in the area of Porter Ranch. And the good stuff that he did, he's trying to bring more teachers to this state. That's what we need. We don't have enough teachers, and this is one of the things that he's working on it. He's trying to help us with clean water in this environment, and he's working on the energy, and he's trying to work on helping with the new things come up. Instead of using the gasoline, we are trying to get the clean air for ourselves. So all of these things, when you put it together, you see a young gentleman who is enthusiastic on doing several things for our people. And us as Persians who are living in California, which is one of the states that we have most of Iranians living here, we need somebody who works hard, who knows what he's doing, and who is trying to work for people. And the most important thing is he's so young. Being young and know what you're doing is a big help for everybody. And I'm hoping our young kids, that's what I'm talking to the young Persians, learn from you, get together with you, and get into political stage of this country because they've been raised here, born here, and it's about time to get involved. So the first thing first, all of us start calling all of our friends. Tonight, send a text to all of your friends that you're sending texts every day, or sending for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, tonight, go ahead and send a text and ask them to make a vote for our lovely one, Henry Stern. Make sure to take a picture of this beautiful brochure that we have in here. Text it and send it to everybody and ask them to vote. I'm looking forward to have you all tomorrow for all of those votes that you have to do. And by the way, you have to go to every single places that they have been put it together for you guys. I've seen an address in here, but that doesn't mean everybody has to go there. As far as I know, you have to go to your own area. I'm sure you all got your booklets, and in the booklets it says where you should go. And don't look for a certain number for each one of them, because in different area there's different numbers for them. So make sure to look for his name, Henry Stern, okay? And if you don't mind, Mr. Stern, I'd love to invite you to come over and talk to our friends now.
Thank you for the kind words.
Mr. Stern, do you want
Yes.
to eat first?
No,
Get some energy?
I'm full up. I'm full of energy. You know, we talked about renewable energy. That's, starts in here, right? That's where renewable energy starts. When you get to see such incredible people in your community come out, it's inspiring. And to me, the San Fernando Valley, the Persian community in the San Fernando Valley, you make the valley great. It's not just the food, it's family. It's the culture that I don't think, it's not recognized enough in our politics and our leadership in Sacramento. We don't have enough leadership coming out from this community where people are listening. The small businesses and all the real estate and whether it's in entertainment or in manufacturing, you all build this economy in the valley. You do truly make it work, and I think it's high time that one of us work for you. And that's my goal. I'm here to work for you. So that's what I pledge to you tonight, is that this job is service. This is not a way to get famous. I grew up in a family with entertainment. My dad's an actor. He looks a lot like me, except he's got a beard. And he used to fall down the stairs in Home Alone. And, he got me through college. And I respect his industry very, very much. But I didn't, I never wanted to be in Hollywood. And I didn't go into politics to try to get famous or be on TV. That's not the goal. The goal is to serve. This is very humble work. And when you do it right, you put your ego in your pocket. And every day you just show up and try to do your job and help people. So we have there's a saying in scripture that you're quick to hear and slow to speak. And so when you're quick to hear in politics, it's when you listen first and don't just talk. That's when good things happen. And so part of what I want to do tonight is listen, and listen to you. But my platform is very simple. It's improving our quality of life in the San Fernando Valley and making sure our communities are safe, that our schools are top notch, that they're the best in the world, and we've fallen off, and that we have a clean air and an environment. When I go out on Sis Dabida and everyone's out there celebrating, replenishment and sabzi, right? You're bringing green back. That's you're teaching us. In the Persian community, Iranians know in their history the importance of bringing family together with food in the park and really embracing, that's value. And we don't have enough of that in the valley. It's not green enough. There's too much concrete. One of the things I want to do, and you might think I'm a little crazy, but I want to break up that LA River. And I want to take the concrete and start breaking it apart and turning that back into a park. So down at Lake Balboa, where you had that incredible, celebration year after year, and all these amazing parks throughout the valley and Woodley, if that park ran through the river, not only would we have a new place to congregate and be with our families and see nature, but also we can capture water. And the drought that we're facing in California, this is not over just because we had rain and it's only 75 degrees out. The drought's not done. I promise you that. It'll take 4 or 5 more years to replenish our water back to where it was, and it's not coming back. I mean, I don't want to go pray for rain. That's not my policy, right? I need to find practical engineering solutions to fix the drought. And some of that is in the LA River right now. So when it rains in Los Angeles, did you know that 95% of that water, where do you think it goes? Right to the ocean. Right to the ocean. And so we're wasting millions and millions of dollars of valuable drinking water right out to the sea. But if we broke up that concrete and let that water come back to our groundwater aquifer, we'd be able to rely on that as a water supply in the future. But right now, we rely on imported water. We go all the way up to Northern California where the snow is, or all the way out to Colorado. So when it dries up, we're left out. And agriculture, by the way, they're going to get first in line. You guys are at the end of the pump, right? Down here in Los Angeles, we're at the end. So we need to fight for our own local supply, and that's what I believe in, is a way to make the valley green and great, but also to make us sustainable for our future. Because our responsibility is not just to care for our land and our community for this generation. It's our obligation to care about the valley and this community for generations to come. And so I'm 34 years old. I'll be the first millennial elected. You know this phrase, millennials? I graduated high school in the year 2000. Right, so the very, very front end of that generation. I went to Harvard with all the Facebook guys. So down the hall from me is Mark Zuckerberg, you know, changing the world, little did I know. I thought he was just putting the Facebook, we thought the book was good. I liked the book version of the Facebook. I thought, oh, this is fine. We don't need to put it on the internet. He's like, no, we'll put it on the internet. It'll be much better. I'm like, you want to work for me? I said, no, I'm fine. I'm going to go teach. $1 billion later, here I am doing public service. Mark is out there making billions, but, you know, that moment affected me because I realized that when you're young, you don't need to wait in line. And that our generation's job is to lead. And we shouldn't just wait. And that's no offense to anybody in this room who has a few years on me. But I think if our generation doesn't step up and take the reins, we're going to be in trouble. Because there's too many issues in this planet that are affecting us and dividing us as people that my generation, we know how to get past that. We don't see ethnicity or race or gender in the same way. The divisions, you know, I have friends, all different races, all different languages, and we don't see those same lines in the same way. And I think that in that diversity we have strength. And that to me is what makes us rich in the Valley, is that I can go to the taco shop across the street on Sherman Way and then be at the Persian restaurant and then go down the street and there's Vietnamese community and the Indian community and the Jewish community, and we're living in peace here. And there's real potential in that. So I want to be a candidate for all the people in the Valley, not just one little slice. And so I need your help in that way. I need your help, and it's not just tonight. I'm not just in here asking for your vote or for you to text your friends. I want this to be a relationship. I want this to be a start of a real relationship where you can call me, where you can call me on the phone. Literally. I will give you my cell phone number tonight. It will not change it, and you will call me on the phone when you have problems. That is my job. I am running to be your public servant. Servant, right? I'm not running to be a dictator or your tyrant, right? I'm running to serve you. So that's what I can offer, and it's the least I can do to put all this incredible opportunity I've had in my life, and all this education, and wonderful family, and all the blessings I've been given. It's my job to put that to work for you. So I owe Sining and Ms. Sumek, I owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude for putting your reputation and your good names on the line. I mean, Sining, what you've done by putting me out there to the Valley and to the whole world, actually. I wonder whose TV I actually ended up on with that interview. They're watching Royal Time and they're like, who is this? Can I vote for him? It's like, no, I don't even live in that country, but it's okay. But you know what? That exposure and that we sat there that day and went through those issues, this is the start of building a bridge that I know is going to get stronger and stronger over the years. And I'm honored to know you And I sincerely appreciate what you've done. She is an ambassador, and she is bridging the divide, and that's what we need right now. Because in our state of politics in this country, it is divided. Right? You hear the rhetoric on TV, and they're trying to rip us apart based on your religion or your color or where you're from. And that's not what should divide us. That's what makes us strong as American people. I see the flags out here. If you're from Iran, you're from Israel, you're from Mexico, you're from Canada. When you're American, you are American. You are American. And that is a beautiful thing. So I say no to all this politics of hatred and divisiveness. And thank you, Simeon, for making that happen. Because it's only with ambassadors like you that we can succeed. So thank you. No, it's okay. This is the first but not the last. The first but not the last night. We'll have hopefully a victory party here too. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Adam.
Thank you so much for being here today.
It is my honor to be with Royal Time TV here at the best Persian restaurant in this part of the valley. Now, it's a very close competition, though, because there's Sadaf and Shamshiri, but we're having fun.
You like Persian food, Henry?
I do. Although I will say my one problem with tonight, there was no tadik, and I don't know who arranged the catering, but that is my favorite. That's my favorite dish, but yes, I love it.
I did, and I'll know for next time.
For next time.
So tomorrow, it's a big day for you.
Yes.
Would you like to tell our viewers what's going to be happening tomorrow?
Sure. So June 7th, which is tomorrow, Tuesday, is an election, not just for President of the United States, but also for state senators. And so I'm running to be your next state senator here in the San Fernando Valley, and in the Conejo Valley, and Santa Clarita Valley, and even Malibu and Topanga. So it's almost 1 million people that will be voting for this seat. And we determine the education system and how the UCs are doing. We determine how public safety works and whether the cops have funding and how the environment and Porter Ranch and all the clean air issues we're having. So very important races, and we're in a tough seat. So what I want to bring is someone who's willing to put a Persian voice into the legislature. The Persian community drives the culture of the San Fernando Valley and the businesses here, and it's high time that one of their legislators spoke for them in Sacramento.
Very true, and I want all our viewers to please go and vote for Henry Stern tomorrow. It's a big day for him, and we wish you win. And all the Persian community love you so much. Thank you for being here tonight.
Merci, merci.
We're here with Mr. Henry Stern, and he's running for Senate from the Valley, and we are so excited to be here at Bibi Sarah. It has been a great party, and it was a great networking, and we're so happy to have you here with us today. And the question was Persian people, they're supporting you, and they wanted to know, when you're elected, what are you going to do for Persian community?
Well, I'm learning from the Persian community here what it is to be about family, about education, about safe communities. So I want to make the UC system the best education system in the entire nation. I went to UC Berkeley, I teach at UCLA, and I think education is the foundation of our families, and it's the foundation of what makes the Valley strong. So first and foremost is schools. I want to tackle the drought and bring water back to the Valley and bring some green. Now, I learned on Sizdabeda and what it means for the Sabzi, right? When you bring green back to the Valley, it's a place for families to reconvene for our health and for our rebirth. So I'm trying to bring green back to the LA River and break up that concrete and bring some water back to our communities. And finally, I want to keep our communities safe, because that's so important. And we see more property crime going on in the Valley, and so I'm very proud to have the support of law enforcement and a lot of the firefighters and folks looking out for our community. So I'm a very blessed man, and to be standing with the best Mercedes-Benz dealer in the entire Southland is an honor. So thank you, Anush.
Thank you very much.
Thank
we
you.
were talking about businesses, and you were talking about helping the businesses in the valley, which is great, and I was glad to hear it. Did you want to elaborate a little bit about
Yes.
that to our viewers?
Yes. Well, small businesses are the backbone of our valley's economy. We see, and especially in the Persian community, there are some incredible business owners here. Right here at Bibi Sara, what Anush is doing, whether you're in entertainment at Royal Time TV, or whether you work in agriculture or in retail or finance, there's such energy. And so government's job is not to push down on small business with too many regulations. Our job is to enable all the entrepreneurship. And the reason people came to this country in the first place, to make their lives better, our job is to encourage that. So I've been working hard up in Sacramento to help small businesses grow, whether it's through the California Film Tax Credit, dealing with some of the over-regulations around some compliance that we deal with locally, and even helping the car dealerships do a better job and not get so many lawsuits and things that can slow down our businesses. So these are things that I'm working on actively, and this is my job. Government cannot solve all our problems. Government's job is to let businesses and families innovate and keep making our communities strong. So that's my philosophy.
And we would love that. That will be the best ever. And I hope you have a lot of votes from all the Persians all over the place tomorrow.
Yes,
Inshallah.
tomorrow is the voting day, and I know you have an edge. So, for last question, since they're going to be voting tomorrow,
Yes.
what gives you that little edge over your competition?
It's right here. You're my edge.
Yay!
You're my edge.
So-
The Persian community has power, and if you just exercise it and cast that vote, you can make yourself have a voice in Sacramento, because we run a $200 billion budget every year, but it's time for the Persian community to have a voice. So I'm so lucky to have friends here who want to speak, and I'm just going to be a conduit for you. So that's my power is in the people behind me, and that's my edge. Just hard work and sweat. So inshallah, we will get there tomorrow.